Welcome to your ultimate road sign explanation guide. In this video, we'll walk you through 50 of the most important traffic signs and explain exactly what each one means. Whether you're getting ready for your driving test or just want to refresh your road knowledge, understanding these signs is essential for safe and confident driving. Stick around as we break each sign down clearly and simply. If you find this helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on more driving insights. Let's get started. First, this is the speed hump sign, and it means there's a raised section of road ahead designed to slow down traffic. Drivers should reduce speed as they approach to avoid jolting passengers or damaging their suspension. This is the workers ahead sign, and it alerts drivers that road crews are working in the area. You must slow down, stay alert for people and equipment near the roadway, and follow any temporary signs or directions to keep everyone, workers and drivers, safe. This is the road narrows sign, and it means the width of the roadway will decrease ahead. Drivers should ease off the accelerator and be prepared for tighter passing space, especially important when sharing the road with wide vehicles or oncoming traffic. This is the T intersection sign, and it means the road you're on is coming to a dead end at a T-shaped junction. You'll need to turn either left or right, so start slowing down early and prepare to yield to traffic on the crossing road. This is the left lane ends sign, and it tells drivers in the left lane that they need to merge right because their lane will soon disappear. It's crucial to check mirrors, signal early, and merge smoothly to avoid abrupt stops or last-second swerves. What road condition does this sign alert drivers to? B. Road narrows. What kind of intersection is indicated here? A T intersection. What traffic calming feature is shown on this sign? C. Speed hump. This is the water over road sign, and it warns that flooding or standing water may be covering part of the roadway ahead. Drivers should never attempt to cross deep or fast-moving water. Instead, turn around and wait for safe conditions to return. This is the bump ahead sign, and it lets drivers know that there's a raised bump in the road just ahead. Slowing down before hitting the bump helps keep your vehicle stable and protects it from sudden jolts or bottoming out. This is the hospital sign, and it indicates that a medical facility is nearby. Drivers should reduce noise, avoid honking, and stay alert for ambulances entering or exiting the road with emergency lights flashing. This is the checkerboard both direction sign, and it warns that there's a significant curve or shift in road alignment that affects both lanes of traffic. Drivers should reduce speed and follow the road's direction carefully to avoid drifting into the opposite lane. This is the object marker, one direction sign, and it points out a fixed object near the roadway, like a guardrail or barrier, that must be passed on one specific side. Drivers should adjust their lane position and avoid getting too close to the obstacle. This is the pavement end sign, and it means the smooth paved surface you're driving on will soon turn into gravel, dirt, or another unpaved material. Drivers should reduce speed and be ready for a bumpier ride. This is the grooved pavement sign, and it warns that the road surface ahead has been intentionally textured or grooved. These grooves can help with drainage and traction, but they may feel unusual under your tires. What directional marker pattern is represented here? A. Checkerboard, both direction. What type of object marker is indicated? B. Object marker, one direction. What type of road bump is being communicated? A. Bump ahead. This is the slow-moving vehicle sign, and it means there's a vehicle ahead traveling significantly slower than regular traffic, like a tractor or road maintenance truck. Drivers should be patient and only pass when it's completely safe and legal to do so. This is the narrow structure, bridge sign, and it warns that the bridge up ahead is narrower than the road you're currently on. Drivers should reduce speed and stay centered in their lane, especially if there's oncoming traffic, or if the bridge only allows one vehicle at a time. This is the opening bridge sign, and it means the road crosses a bridge that may lift or swing open for boat traffic. Drivers should be ready to stop if the signal lights activate or the barrier comes down. Never try to race across a rising bridge. This is the ferry sign, and it alerts drivers that a ferry service is ahead for crossing water. Follow all posted instructions and prepare to board in an orderly fashion. Be aware of wait times, loading queues, and any specific rules for vehicles on board. This is the reverse curve to the left sign, and it means the road will bend sharply left and then quickly curve back to the right. Drivers should slow down and keep both hands on the wheel, as this back-to-back maneuver requires steady control and focus. This is the two left lane exit, freeway sign, and it tells drivers that both of the leftmost lanes will lead to an exit. Those intending to leave the freeway should merge early into one of these lanes and prepare to follow the exit ramp smoothly. This is the fire truck entrance sign, and it means you're near a fire station or emergency vehicle route. Never park or stop in front of these access points, and always yield immediately to fire trucks entering or exiting the road with lights and sirens on. What type of transportation terminal is referenced here? C. Ferry. What freeway layout is described by this sign? A. Two left lane exit, freeway. What kind of vehicle is referenced by this sign? B. Slow-moving vehicle. This is the cattle crossing sign, and it alerts drivers that cows or other livestock may be crossing or grazing near the road. Slow down, stay alert, and be prepared to stop entirely. This is the Trans-Canada Highway Ontario sign, and it marks a section of the national highway system as it passes through Ontario. Stretching coast to coast, this highway connects major cities and regions. This is the stop ahead sign, and it gives drivers an early warning that a stop sign or controlled intersection is just ahead. It's your cue to reduce speed gradually and prepare to make a complete stop, even if you can't yet see the intersection itself. This is the lane ends in 1,500 meters sign, and it means one of the current lanes will disappear in about 1.5 kilometers. Drivers should begin preparing to merge smoothly into the adjacent lane. This is the train station sign, and it lets drivers know they're approaching a nearby railway station. It's important to stay alert for increased pedestrian activity, taxis, buses, and vehicles entering or exiting the station. This is the school zone sign, and it warns that you're entering an area where a school is nearby and children may be crossing the street. Reduced speed limits often apply during school hours, and drivers must stay vigilant for kids on foot or bikes, especially at crosswalks. What major highway is identified here? A. Trans-Canada Highway, Ontario. What lane change is upcoming according to this sign? C. Lane ends in 1,500 meters. What type of facility does this sign indicate? A train station. This is the school bus stop ahead sign, and it tells drivers that a school bus regularly stops at this location to pick up or drop off children. If the bus activates its flashing lights or extends its stop sign, you must stop completely until children are safely across and the signals are withdrawn. This is the 180-degree curve to the left sign, and it indicates an extremely sharp left-hand turn, essentially a U-turn in road form. Drivers must reduce speed drastically and remain especially cautious. This is the checkerboard one-direction sign, and it signals a change in road alignment or direction, but affecting only one side of the roadway. Drivers in that direction should reduce speed and follow the curve carefully to stay on the correct path. This is the construction ahead sign, and it warns that roadwork or maintenance is being performed ahead. Drivers should slow down, follow any detours or temporary signals, and be alert for workers, equipment, or uneven surfaces in the work zone. This is the sharp reverse curve to the left sign, and it means the road will first curve left and then right in quick succession, with both curves being especially tight. Drivers should approach slowly and steer carefully through both turns to maintain control. This is the risk of truck overturning sign, and it warns that large vehicles, like semi-trailers or box trucks, are at risk of tipping over due to sharp curves, steep slopes, or high crosswinds ahead. Truck drivers should reduce speed significantly. This is the yield to oncoming traffic sign, and it means drivers must give the right-of-way to vehicles coming from the opposite direction. This is common in single-lane bridges, narrow roads, or tunnels where only one direction of traffic can pass at a time. This is the railway level crossing ahead sign, and it warns that a railway track crosses the road further ahead. Drivers should begin slowing down, stay alert for flashing lights or crossing arms, and always stop if a train is approaching. This is the bicycle crossing ahead sign, and it means a designated crossing for cyclists is approaching. Drivers should watch both sides of the road for oncoming bicycles, reduce speed, and yield when necessary to keep the crossing safe for everyone on two wheels. What kind of road curve is described here? B. Sharp reverse curve to the left. What type of yielding behavior is required by this sign? A. Yield to oncoming traffic. What road shape is described by this sign? B. 180-degree curve to the left. This is the bicycle crossing on side road sign, and it alerts drivers that cyclists may be crossing from a nearby side street onto or across the main road. It's important to stay vigilant, especially when visibility is limited. Cyclists may appear suddenly. This is the watch for fallen rock sign, and it warns that loose rocks or debris may fall onto the road ahead, typically near cliffs, mountainsides, or steep embankments. Drivers should avoid stopping in these zones. This is the horse with rider sign, and it means horseback riders may be using the road or crossing nearby. Drivers should reduce speed, pass wide and slowly, and avoid loud noises or sudden movements that might startle the animal. Safety for both rider and driver depends on calm, respectful driving. This is another steep hill sign, and it signals that a sharp descent or climb lies just ahead. Drivers should downshift into a lower gear, use engine braking to maintain control, and avoid riding the brakes too hard. This is the left lane exits, next lane exit, or through sign, and it provides guidance for upcoming freeway lane choices. The left lane is for exiting only, while the lane beside it allows drivers to either exit or continue straight. This is the new sign, and it highlights recent changes to the road layout, signage, or traffic conditions. It's a heads up to be extra attentive, especially if you drive this route often and might still be expecting the old traffic pattern. This is the pedestrian push button sign, and it tells drivers there's a crosswalk ahead that can be activated by pedestrians pressing a button. When the signal is triggered, drivers must stop and give way to anyone crossing. This is the object marker, both directions sign, and it marks a fixed hazard in the roadway, like a post, median, or structure. that traffic from either side must navigate around. The angled stripes guide vehicles safely to either side of the obstruction. This is the flagger ahead sign, and it means a person with a flag or signal device is directing traffic due to construction, accidents, or lane closures. Slow down and be prepared to stop. Always obey the flagger's instructions. What kind of hill is warned about on this sign? A steep hill. What type of pedestrian-related signal is featured? C. Pedestrian push button. What bicycle-related crossing is marked on a side road? A. Bicycle crossing on side road. This is the slippery when wet sign, and it warns that the road surface can become especially slick during rain, snow, or icy conditions. Reduce speed, avoid sharp turns or sudden braking, and increase following distance. This is the sharp curve to the left sign, and it alerts you to a sudden, tight left-hand bend in the road. Reduce your speed before entering the curve, and steer smoothly to stay in your lane. Extra caution is needed in bad weather or low visibility. This is the uncontrolled intersection sign, and it indicates an upcoming junction where there are no stop signs, traffic lights, or yield indicators. Drivers must slow down and yield to vehicles already in the intersection or approaching from the right. This is the divided road begins sign, and it tells you that the road ahead will split into separate lanes divided by a physical barrier or median. Stay in your lane, follow directional signs, and be aware that traffic flow will now run on both sides of the divider. This is the height limit ahead sign, and it warns that there's a clearance restriction due to a tunnel, bridge, or overhead structure coming up. If your vehicle exceeds the posted height, you must take an alternate route to avoid dangerous collisions. This is the curve to the left sign, and it signals a gentle to moderate leftward bend in the road. While not as severe as a sharp turn, drivers should still reduce speed slightly and steer smoothly to stay aligned with the curve. This is the Y intersection sign, and it tells you the road ahead splits into two branches forming a Y shape. Drivers must choose their direction early, either veering left or right, while being mindful of merging or diverging traffic from both arms of the junction. That wraps up our breakdown of 50 essential road signs. We hope this helped you better understand what each sign means and why it matters on the road. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more clear and helpful driving explanations. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, and always follow the signs.